Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of NHL20 franchise GM mode. I'm going to attempt to take the Tacoma Walleye into the 2026-27 season. That is, if the feed doesn't drop again. This is now the fourth straight time that I've tried to start this stream, and it keeps crashing. So, no guarantees that we're going to get through this, but let's see how well we do. We, in the off-season, made some changes. I traded away players. I got a whole bunch of draft picks. Primarily, I got rid of guys who I knew I was never going to use, and then I dumped off some players who I was kind of like, yeah, I'm not going to need these dudes. That includes, if you notice, Dennis Yan not on the team anymore. And look at Kosala. He does not want an extension after this year, which means he's going to get traded. So if I can find a trade for him, he gone. The boy gone. Yeah, that's aggravating. But yeah, so we made some moves. We were offered a couple players, like Justin Bailey, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was surprised. I actually had some players that were just straight up offered to me. Laurent Dauphin was one, I think. I know I picked up... Oh, no. Chartier, I got him. I picked him up as a free agent. And Dauphin, I ended up... he was a trade offer to me. So, here's another thing. So, Karanin is now an 80 overall as our backup goaltender. I fully expected it to be Biggs that would be ready to come up, but no. Biggs is also doing well, but he isn't quite there. But we also got rid of Copley. So we no longer have Copley. He ended up actually dropping down in his overall to the point that he was going to be a backup to Biggs. So he wasn't even going to be a starter in the AHL. So I wasn't about to be paying him near $5 million for the next couple of seasons to be a backup and not play. So we traded him off. So, I mean, this is the tough thing. I was not expecting to have a goaltender already pushed up that high when we have a goalie who's going to be around for at least 2 more years after he would become a free agent. But let's see, that would make him like 33, so he might start to drop down. We'll see. But we're probably going to re-sign him. But then we got to see how Biggs is doing. So we may have a hot goaltender to trade in the near future. But anyway, let's get on with the season. Let's see how we get going here. Of course, we're going to do the usual, and that's going to be asked about setting our promotion nights and taking care of our, once we get through the preseason, to be taking care of our scouts and taking care of our restricted free agents and all that stuff. I already took care of all of that. So let's see. Already did that. Go ahead and handle that on your own. Now we were Stanley Cup finalists last season. And I don't know if we're going to be able to achieve that again this time. As soon as we're done with the preseason, I'll show you what our immediate goals are from our owner, which changed twice already. So they may change again. Once again, a strong preseason, but that doesn't really necessarily mean anything. Owner goals. Okay, so club seats. I can't do anything about those until the postseason. So when we're in the offseason, then I can upgrade. So I got to save money. I got to set money aside to handle that. So he wants 34 sellouts this year. 34 sellouts. So we'll see. Finish in the top 3 in the conference. That's possible if my team can keep it together. I expect us to sell 85% of available suites this year. We should be able to do that. I mean, if we're getting sellouts, we should be able to handle that. So one other thing I'm probably going to do is after the first month, or maybe midway through the, we'll give it 2 months, and then I'm going to look at the prices of our merchandise and our concessions, and I might tweak them a little bit. I might push them up a little bit. I try to get a little bit more money. Okay, we already did all that. Already did the scouts. Oh, and Cole Perfetti is also now our captain because I also traded away Charlie Hudon. So he's no longer the captain of the team. He had slipped so far down. Oh, jeez. All right, well, so much for being the hot backup, right? But yeah, Hudon had slipped so far down that I was like, you know what? You know what? I'm gonna bring up Dansk, and I'm gonna let Biggs continue. I'll have him continue to be the starter. But yeah, anyway, like I was saying, Hudon was really just at the point where he had just slipped so far down in his overall standing that he wasn't worth holding on to. He was getting paid a ton of money, like almost $7 million this season. And, you know, he was going to be a fourth line and barely making the fourth line. Like, he wasn't good. Well, it's not a good start. Oh, that's a really not a good start. Good Lord. Alright, you know what? I'm going to let him 3-on-3. Oh. So not Clark. Put Heinola in there. Okay. So hopefully we don't get plagued with injuries. So I don't expect much right now, but I'll tell you what, I have currently 5 second-round picks. So if it turns out that there's a whole bunch of guys in the second round that are looking sharp, I'll be gobbling them up. All right, come on. We need to start winning games. We're not going to get any of these owner goals. We're going to slip in the standings. We might not make the playoffs. It might be that kind of a year. And we don't want that to be a year. We don't want to slip and end up playing worse than we have. Look at this. Kalamazoo checkmate fired their coach. They fired their coach. Then the following year, I think, won the Stanley Cup. Now they fired their coach again. It's kind of crazy. Alright. No, I don't want that guy. I know he's a hot shot, but he's $8 million, and that was a big part of what I was doing before. Is I was trying to get rid of a lot of that money that was being spent. Like my salary was just crazy. Oh, and sadly, I also traded away Zuzan. He's gone. I also traded away, was it Jimmy Cook? It was another guy who, when we had picked him up, it was like, oh, this guy's, you know, he looks like he's going to be a, you know, real big player, and it turned out to not be. Oh, shit. All right, you know what? This line's going to be bad, at least temporarily. I'm just going to have to deal with it. Start winning games, boys. You got to start winning games. 4-5-1 record is not good. So after this month, we're going to take a look at our concessions and our merchandise. Not going to spend forever on it. I'm just going to kind of glance through, see if I can bump the prices up a little bit. Right now, not only are we not in the top 3 of the conference, but we're at the bottom of our division, so we couldn't have been asked to win the President's Trophy or be the top of our conference last season, right? This season we get asked, and it's a good year for rookies. That's what I like to hear. But this year we get asked, you know, for these lofty goals that our team's incapable. Oh, good. Volpati is hurt. I don't think I have another defenseman available. Sure don't. Alright. Gotta bring somebody up. This is not good. Not good. This team is not good. It's not good. Oof. Here's another thing. So this kid, Barry, I know is not as good as, I mean, he's better than Bellamy, but I'm trying to keep him in the AHL to continue to improve. Yikes. Yeah, we were definitely suffering. Damn. All right. But yeah, Barry, Lucas Barry, I want to keep in the AHL. Let him continue to develop down there. Hopefully he gets better. Because that way when it's time for him to make his NHL debut, he'll be seasoned, he'll be ready to go. Alright, well, Potty is almost ready to come back. Not happy about the team's performance. Yeah, no joke. Mr. Whipple, I'm not happy with how this team has been performing lately. We need to fix this. Yeah, you're right. I don't think we've been performing up to expectations. Do you have any suggestions? He's going to say bring in someone to score. I thought about it. I think we could either improve our team or make a coaching change. I don't know why, to me, he looks like his voice should be cracking left and right. Improve our team or make a coaching change. The coaching change I can't do because I can't afford it. That's another thing. I could not rehire my previous coach because we had no money available to get a top coach again. So coaching may be a big reason that we're failing right now. Look to improve the team's top 6 forward group. Honestly, that's the only thing I can do. Let's try to bring in... Yeah, I don't know what to do in terms of coaching because we're kind of screwed, and I don't know if that's the problem. But I mean, the team is not good. So, all right. So we'll try to improve our top 6 forwards. Excellent. I'm glad to hear about this. I'm trying to make this happen. All right. Volpati is fully healed. Let's get him back. Is that not the line he was in? Leeson? Yeah, that was Leeson's spot. Okay. Alrighty. -2. I don't like that. Is that worse? No, it's no better. Alright, I am going to send Barry back down. Look, see, that's what I was saying in the last one of the last videos. I was like, I don't like that they lose morale for being sent back down when it's like they were only brought up to fill in for an injury. Like they played a game or 2 games at best, and you know, they lose morale. Like, you know, I understand if it's like you're looking at it like, oh, a player's gonna be upset. How is he? Oh, so Karanen can play again. Send Dansk down. Let's make sure he's not starting. Alright. Karanen, you can come back, but do not dare set foot on the ice. Okay. Man, we are really not good. Shit. Alright. What does our coaching staff look like right now, anyway? %68%. The AHL team seems to be doing well. So the problem is, I don't have anyone who is particularly good in terms of teaching our forwards. I mean, he's decent at defense. That's all well and good. But our current head coach is good at that. You know, we don't have anybody teaching offense. So what I really need let's just see if there happens to be a coach out there okay. Doesn't really fit the team. He's a little bit better. Or is that a female? She. Hazel Kane. Sorry, Hazel. Yeah, see, I don't need somebody who... Offense. Alright, he fits the mold a little bit better. Why is De Silva so low in his roster scheme fit? I've noticed that a lot, that De Silva like doesn't seem to fit. He's great for the team, but I don't know why he gets a knock on so many of these Okay. K. Wagner. He's a better fit for the team. Ronnie Rourke might be the better. He could be the all right, Ronnie Rourke. We could fire our current assistant coach and bring this guy in. So we're going to give him a little bit more money. And then we're going to fire our current assistant coach, who, I hate to do it, Keith Chung. You do not look like someone whose name should be Chung. All right. Bye. All right, well, hopefully we managed to get this other guy to say yes. I hope they offered him enough money to be interested. Everybody cross your fingers. And I know we're supposed to be looking for better players, but I needed to change the coaching as well. I should have said I was going to adjust the coaching. All right, Ronnie Rourke. He jumps in there. Okay, now. Just curious if there's anybody even remotely worth looking at. I don't think there are. Nah, 74 overall. It's not going to crack our... I mean, we might have a left wing that can get replaced for that, but... Let me go to my trading block. No, get him out of here. Since I do have multiple second-round picks, that's a pretty sweet pick. I might be able to... swing something decent for that. Let's see. Look at that. 5 picks, man. That's crazy. Alright. Put those there. I'm going to jump up a couple of days just to see if perchance any team leaps at that. Okay, Leeson is ready to come back. Leeson, whatever. And incidentally, if anybody's curious as to why I'm not playing near Automata, it's because I kept getting dropped. Hold on, let me look at something. Nope, that's not good. Nope. But yeah, for whatever reason, I kept getting booted off the stream. So, whereas with the NHL, it's not that big of a deal. It's not going to interrupt the middle of like me engaging in combat or something like that, and totally screw me up where I have to pause. And you know, here it's like if it crashed in the middle, this is not the end of the world. Where could we really use the help? We want to improve our top 6. I mean, I was offered him. Move Kasala. Pick for somebody big. Someone we could probably swap with Robertson. Sniper, power forward, playmaker. So if we can get another sniper, I can move Robertson down here, and we could put a sniper up here. So let's see. What can we pull off here? We're going to go who they've got sitting on the top of this. So DiPietro, no, that doesn't help me. And we're looking for a left wing. Aha. That's a playmaker, though. But Baltimore Gladiators, that's a possibility. It's going to cost us more money. He's only got 1 year on his contract. Another playmaker. 5 years left on his contract, but yeah, he costs $8.78 million. I'm not taking that contract. I'm not trying to get myself caught up in another horrible contract. Kalamazoo might be willing to make some kind of a deal because they suck. So I might go back to them and just see what they have. They've already put, look at this. I traded Copley to them. They've already got him on the trade block. Copley, poor bastard. I think he's going to retire. Left wing, aha. 5 years left. Costs a little bit more than the guy we have, but I think this could be a smart grab. Okay. I got a feeling he's not even... They're not going to be that interested in him. They're not going to take a straight up trade, but will they take... Before I give up a second rounder, would you be willing to take a third round pick? No. Okay, second round pick. It's way more valuable than that guy. All right. So we got rid of Kosala, who, like I said, when we looked at the contracts, he didn't want to renew. Okay. Yeah, he didn't want to renew his contract anyway. So Kosala is gone, and in his place we're going to throw Abramov in there. They didn't get a +1, even though they should have a power forward in there, huh? Oh, well. But we improved this a little bit. Hopefully that counts. I mean, I gave up a second round pick, so it's either that or Cole Perfetti's going to be pissy. Let's see. He might be okay. All right. That's all it took was to pick up one guy. Glad you managed to improve the team by getting us our much-needed offensive support. Thanks. I'm glad I could help out. I'm always looking out for my team and my players. Yeah. Really, no morale change? Cole? Seriously? Dude? And right, that guy accepted the coaching position, didn't he? Okay. I think our chemistry went down a little bit, but it's okay. Now, I don't know if that's going to have any impact whatsoever on how this team plays. It probably won't. But let's find out. Right now we're 6-11-1. 6-12-1. Yeesh. Which I think a big reason if we continue to lose is going to be coaching. Which I'll tell you, really goes to show the importance of having a quality coaching staff, because without it, we already took care of all that. I don't plan on taking this. I'm just curious as to was I looking at him before? Is he a playmaker? Yeah, I was looking at him earlier. The thing is, yeah, I mean, he's been productive in the past. He's only got 1 year left. It costs $4 million. And I think we're going to take it on the ear this year. I think we're going to accept the fact that we're going to be terrible. I almost fucked that up. I almost accepted it. No. That was close. That's how I screwed up before, when I gave up a couple of big guns because I accidentally hit that button. All right, let me look at. All right, these are tickets. Not gonna worry about tickets. Neutral. Now, if we have anything that people are saying the prices are amazing, which doesn't look like we will, for maybe for merchandise. Okay, neutral, 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 amazing. So here. Bump the prices up a little bit. Right now, all this stuff is selling real cheap. Yeah, they're the same price. I mean, if everybody's saying, oh, the prices are amazing and all that stuff, then you could probably talk them into spending a little bit more. Yeah, these prices are barely above the bottom there. And I know this is probably not super exciting, guys, but gots to get this handled here. Because that wasn't even, not even these aren't even touching the minimum. A toque. Perfetti puck. Clark puck. Just gonna keep our pucks the same prices. Whoops. Make these 119. And mind you, these aren't the actual prices. I don't know how. I don't know if this is like the bulk that we're putting into these, or I don't know exactly how this works. Okay, so just the stuff towards the beginning that was the only stuff that was like neutral. Okay, those prices are fine. Alright. Well, hopefully they'll sell a little bit more. I wish the concessions got more people pumped, because that would be some decent money. Oh good, Leeson's hurt again. Oh, Leeson. Cannot stay healthy. Bellamy, it's not your fault that... Chichu. He wasn't hurt, was he? Nah, he just took a bump. But Bellamy, we know it's not your fault that your line is suffering. You were brought up. It's not normally your line. Ugh, the losses keep coming. Let's look at this draft class. This year's draft could be big. But watch, I'll have 1 million second-round picks, and they'll be like nothing significant. That would suck. No gems. Okay. Bummer. Leeson's available to play, but he's going to have to wait until he's completely healthy. Alright. So let's do one of two things, guys. Let's have an amazing run to the end of the season where we start winning tons of games and we manage to jump right up in the top of the conference, or let's completely belly flop and get an early pick. Ugh, I know this hurt. Well, Bellamy, here you go again. Definitely see some disgruntled players by the end of the season. Got a feeling we're going to have some guys who are going to say, I don't want to be on this team anymore. I'll tell you what, it better not be someone like Perfetti, because that would kill us. But it would be the players who are marked as, like, you know, that we've been told, you know, loyalty may be a concern with this guy. Like, I think those are the ones who could be problematic. Ugh, we're still under 500 here. God damn it. Our boys are just getting ripped up. Even with the goaltending tandem that we have, we can't win games. Don't understand it. Look at that. We strung a couple of wins together and then immediately right back to another loss. I wonder if I swap them. Alright, so let's put Huckins back in. So if I swapped not a huge difference between the two. I'll have him play for a bit. It's fourth line. What difference is it really gonna make? Let me jump over real quick to upgrade and maintain. Let's see if we gotta do any quick little repairs. Yeah, we got some stuff that needs to be fixed here. Uh-oh. Gotta keep the bathrooms in good shape. Alright, well, the rest of this might look real bad. Because I gotta keep that money set aside to upgrade. I think it was the club seats, I think. So we'll see. All right, guys. Start getting some wins under our belt. Why are we hung up here? Fairly certain he was not injured. Okay. They're gonna kill us, boy. No, we beat. That's a 4-game win. Bad coach. Nathaniel Loins. And as I thought, the win streak would be over. And Huckins is hurt again. Man, the audio keeps cutting on me here. Concerned about our lack of scoring. Yeah, well. I believe that after 44 games we have a serious lack of goal production and we need to address this ASAP. Well. I really don't know what else we can do. What do you think we ought to do then? Need to go out and acquire a skilled player to boost our offense. As much as I agree, we're not in the position to get another skilled player without losing something valuable in return. Can't make any promises. You know what? You're right. I'm making a mountain out of a molehill. This may resolve itself. I'm glad to see it my way. And we're going to lose morale anyway, right? No? Okay. Very good. Good to see. I mean, considering we have most of the same players that we did before, like... Ugh. Yeah, it's not goal production when you're losing 5-4. It's not goal production that's the problem. That's defense. Or goaltending. Which shouldn't be an issue because we have good goaltenders. Alright, so do we have any surprises popping up here? Aha! We do. What about any gems that are floating around out there? Nope. Okay, there's that one high elite out there. Alright, Huckins is ready to go. Get back in there, Huckins. Look, 6-0 win. Oi. Bottom 6 forward being paid 7.72. Just curious to see how good is he. An 80 overall. The only thing is, I do not need a... Well, I mean, I could use a center, but... I don't need a center that bad. Like I said, I'm going to go with what we've got. Unless there's some huge offer. Because I don't think we're going to make... Even if we bring in a big guy, we're not going to... We're not going to make the playoffs at this rate. Especially not when we're looking at injuries plaguing us this year. Not that it's, you know, different than any other year where we're getting banged up, but a second rounder. Is this the same dude that you were on? It's not the same guy. An 82 overall power forward. A year left on his contract. It's gonna drop me down to... That's not bad, actually. I think I'm going to go for this. And then I think I'm going to try to trade either Chartier or someone. I'm gonna have to trade away one of my centers because I don't need them. Okay, hold on. Updated the owner goals. 34 sellouts this year. Still want the club seats. You want us to finish first in our conference. That is not happening. So 85. Nothing is. How come we're considered a champion? Because I just made that trade? You really think we're a champion status? We're floating around the bottom? We're 7th in our division. Not 7th in the conference. We're 7th in our division. That's not good. Not good. Not at all. Alright, so... Two years at 1.68 million. You were 4 years at 1.3 million. You're actually the better value. Right? Yeah, 1.6 for 2 years. I mean, the 4 years for less. So I'm going to try to find a trade for Chartier. Now, real quick, let's... As much as I don't want to throw Rod down on the bottom there, it's got to be a spot. So maybe we can make this line a little more. Okay, so Robertson's gonna hopefully. He's got 15 goals. Doesn't seem to make a difference. What if I swap them, swap them? Nope, let's not do that. And on the fourth line, Pooh is still producing, so... Reasoner seems to have been getting the better scoring touch. Let's mess that around a little bit and see if we get any kind of production out of there. And let me see if I can find a trade. Buffin? No. Chartier. Anyone? Okay, a 7th round and a 5th round. 2 6 rounds, 6 rounds, 5 and 7. Really? 5 and 7 is the best we're gonna get? I mean, honestly, it ain't gonna hurt. 2028, an extra 5th rounder. 2027, an extra 7th rounder. We'll take it. I mean, if we're gonna bring in a player, we gotta take out a player, I think. Especially when we're talking, you know, players aren't necessarily gonna make our lineup, but they're too good to be just sitting on the bench. Alright, we're almost at 500. Hold on, let us look at a couple of things. Look at morale. See if we have anybody who's pissy. You know, Perfetti, I expect you to be up here as a leader. Alright, we don't have anybody who's being an asshole. That's good to see. The tough part is trading block. Alright, 2nd round pick. I could put in a 2028 2nd round pick as well. And what else do we have? So here's someone that a lot of these guys were clamoring for, but as you can see, he's already up to a 78. He hasn't even been signed yet. This guy's going to be a stud, so we are not putting him up there. Holik, Moen. I mean, I could put Archer on there. Who knows? Maybe someone will make an offer. Oops. Certainly did not mean to be in the AHL there. Alright, so here we go, heading into the last month before the trade deadline. Chi-Chu is fully healed. I don't remember if he got hurt before or not. He did. Get back out there. Breaking news! The Knockouts fired their head coach. We're still just struggling to try to string enough wins together to make it into the playoffs. 1st round pick? Hell no. Not for that. Don't think so. A.J. Greer. He has a big, tough dude. If I accept this trade, if I accept that trade, I'm going to have to get rid of a left wing. Which I'm willing to do. Because if this guy, what was he, an 80 with 3 years left? 81. Alright. Bellamy. Stop. Stop. Let's edit our lines. And then try to perform another trade. Robertson. Bailey. Okay, so that immediately helped that line. Okay. Now let's see if we can find a trade. For Robertson. Okay, that's going to be putting more money on there for only 1 year. And a pair of fourth rounders. It's like, I don't know. They're hell-bent on trying to unload some talent. But I'll get a third rounder out of that. A top 6 defenseman. I might go for this trade. Let's see. Third rounder and a fourth rounder. Third and a fourth. Third and a fourth. Top 6, but eh. I think this is possible. Let me take a look at Setkov and Bjorkvist, however you say his name. I mean, between them, they're going to cost me a little bit more than I was paying this guy, and I'll get 2 players for it. He is a 78 overall. He's 28. Tough kid. Doesn't really fit into our scheme. However, we could flip him. A 79 overall. He fits ideal leader, professional lawyer, loyal lawyer. All right. You know what? Let's go for it. I mean, Robertson is not someone we exactly had any loyalty to or anything like that. So we get another round 3 pick for this coming draft. And we get 2 players. Okay. Now, let's go to our lines. See if there's anyone in our defensive core who we could swap. I mean, what was this kid? A 78. Where's Bellamy? Okay, he already got sent down. Alright, so what I could do, I can see if I can immediately flip these guys for picks. Top 6 defenseman, exact. Bottom 6 forward, exact. So him we will definitely try to flip. This one here is playing as a top 4 defenseman, but he's not really as good as the top 4 that I've got. And I've got young defensemen that are ready to make a move. So I think both of these guys I'm going to try to flip right away. Just to see if I can get, like, some pretty... see if I can get some pretty solid returns. Six-round pick. An expensive top 9. 2 fourth-round picks to give him right back to Garland. Two fourth-round picks from Houston. Don't need that. That's expensive. So you know what? Let's make this trade, and we'll get an extra 4th rounder for the next 2 drafts. All right. Let's see what else we can pull off here. Setkov. And Dauphin. A expensive defenseman. Fourth and a 5th for this draft. 4th and a 5th for the next draft. Let's go for a 4th and a 5th in this draft. Now, Dauphin. Mind you, none of these are my starting players, so... I'm being offered a 5th and a 6th for next season. 5th and a 6th for this season. No. So a 5th and a 6th this year or next year? How about this year? I have 19 picks this year. And 17 next year. Holy moly. All right, now. We have no players scratched right now. Okay, so what I'm going to need to do is I'll pull up. Let me just set them for best roster, best lines, whatever. All right, if anybody gets hurt, then I'll bring somebody up. But for the meantime, I just won't have anybody sitting on the bench. See, I'm okay with those trade flips. Like I said, we got some players who are going to be jumping into our roster in the very near future. Okay, come on now. Start getting some wins. Dropping right back out of the playoffs. Come on, really? No, I'm not giving up. No, you're out of your mind. Come on now. Another loss. Man, we are just flying down the rankings. Meantime, our facilities are just falling apart. Yeesh. No. Our personal draft picks are going to have value this time. Round 2 and round 7. No. Man, look at this. Loss, win, loss. Another loss. Jeez. Alright, last opportunity, no trades offered. Okay. We are right down at the bottom again. 28, 29, and 6. They fired their head coach. Look at my prices here. Alright, we wanted to sell. Yeah, I figured we'll drop the price a little bit on those club seats because that's what we're trying to sell so hard. Drop to 15, just like always. And bump it to 70. Hopefully we can sell these tickets. We just keep on losing. Well, if we're going to be this bad, let's get towards the bottom and maybe win the overall draft. Or at least get one of the top 3 picks. Choo-Choo is hurt. So now we will bring up Barry. Barry, you might stay up here since we're at the end of the season. I don't really see how much more you can possibly develop. Cole Lind has been hurt. Ay, ay, ay. So we got to bring up a right wing. Let's bring up Kovalchuk. Wait, I still had Bailey up here? Bailey's playing on the left side. That's right. So I'm actually shy a left wing. Because I've been playing him. Interesting. Why isn't Ho-Sang in there? Hold on. He's actually the sniper, or playmaker, but he's been the one scoring the most goals in comparison to him or Pooh. Alright, let's look at this draft class. Let's hope for some more surprises, especially players that might start popping up in that second round that I've got a lot of investment in. Not looking likely. No gems. Okay. Got a million picks, and it's just going to be... Okay, I just want to make sure he wasn't... Okay. He wasn't actually out to be replaced. We just keep on losing games. And we keep on losing, and we keep on losing. Now we win. We're still not at 500. Because those 9 overtime losses are still losses. Oh, good time for our goalie to be injured. Perfect timing for that. Of course. Boy. All right. Keep losing. We are sitting at the bottom, and it's ugly. Another loss. Hey, look, a 7-0 win over the bad kids. Ha! Kovalchuk! We brought him up. We brought him up for the sole purpose of jumping in there and showing us what he's got. He's already jacked up. All right. Wingers that I don't have to worry about. I don't have to worry about the waivers with him. Man, how bad is that? Well, Yakupov, here's your NHL debut. We only have 2 games left. If we lose this one, we win the last game of the season. Ugh, what a absolutely putrid season that turned into. Now, owner's going to get mad at us because we didn't make it to the... There it is. Hey, we got 34 sellouts. I'm shocked at that. But we didn't get first in the conference by any means, did we? I could definitely use that extra 50 grand. Cole Lind is available to play the next game. Is he? Really? Okay. Go ahead, Cole Lind. Get in there, buddy. And actually... since it seems like our AHL team is still in the playoffs. Let's send Yakupov back down. Give them the best lines they can have. AHL team must have been knocked out. Right? Yeah, they got eliminated. Okay. That's alright. It's alright. Hey, look, Kovalchuk's available to play. That's nice. Hey, look, he's completely healed. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Gustafsson, he's ready to come back. Wonderful. Wonderful. You can come back. You can even jump right back into the starting position. Send him through. Not that this matters, but okay, good for Gustafsson. One more look at the draft class here. Anybody else pop up and be surprised? Nobody. It's just that one guy. That's it. I forgot that he was hurt. But you can see how it affects their production, like their overall drops. A lot of their stats drop down. That's all she took. Niagara Falls Blue Dragons. Alright, let's take a peek. Cole again is at the top of our point production, even though it's nothing compared to that 105 season he had. But that happens. It's all right. Players aren't always 105 point producers. So Erie Elite. So it was Abbotsford against Niagara. All right. Don't imagine. Brick O'Malley, once again, the Art Russ Trophy winner. And he's a two-time Hart winner, if not more. I would still love to grab Brick O'Malley, but I don't think I can pull that off. Maybe I'll look into that. E. Walker. You know, I remember seeing him get selected, and could have used a player like that. Hey! Perfetti got the Selkie Award again. Alright. I just, yeah, okay. I'm curious. Brick O'Malley here. A 96 overall. Jesus Christ. 87 goals. 87 goals! Holy crap. Was he getting paid $20 million a year? $2.9 million. 2 years left. Considering, what if we gave up our first round pick to get Brick O'Malley? Since I have 3 second round picks, 3 third round picks. Would it be that crazy to try to nab him? Especially if he's on his last year of his... If he's on the last year of his contract, I mean, a player like that could turn it around for us, but simulate up to this day. Keep those ticket prices. We have the 11th overall pick. Ooh, wait, 11th overall pick. Okay. So if we have the 11th overall pick... Hang on a second. $627,000. Okay, I got all that. Upgrade that. Everything else has really fallen into disrepair. Oh well. So, one more time, let me look at this draft class. Because we had that one guy, if we were picking 11th overall, and this one dude who is a elite high, we wouldn't get him anyway. We might get him overall, or we might get him. But even if we did, he's not. He's nothing compared to if we were able to pull off a trade to get Brick O'Malley. He's going to be expensive, but what else is new with this team? Gotta break some omelets, right? Break some omelets. There's a new one. You have to break some eggs and make an omelet. Alright, so we got another 30 grand. That's nice. Last chance to see, did we... I mean, I just looked at the draft class, so I don't think there's going to be anything new. Just that high elite. Which... yeah. Yeah, we're not going to be we're not going to have the opportunity to get any of these. I mean, I could try a couple of things. I could try to snag the first round overall pick, you know, the first overall pick, and I mean, that dude's small, but what does that really matter? So look at it like this. I either can try to make a trade and pick up one of these top 3 guys. Which I actually think Mercier would probably be the one to target. Or Marcel. That's actually probably the better. Right, he's NHL ready. So if I try to pull off, trade my first round and maybe a second round pick, maybe I can nab this guy. And if I can't do that, maybe I'll try to trade for Brick O'Malley. You know, maybe they'll be like, all right, we'll take your first rounder, and because I'm not gonna, I don't think I'm gonna get him. It would be a real risk. And again, he's not that amazing. I don't see anybody else either that's like. Yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, now, does anyone on our team retire? It's possible. I'm pretty sure I got rid of most of my Nick Lappin. Bye. Okay, so none of us. You know who I'm curious? Look at that. Copley retired. I knew it. I'm glad I got rid of him when I did, because at least I was able to get a draft pick out of him. Some of these guys retire rather young, but I guess when you're not playing, and you're sitting around as a free agent, what else are you going to do? All right, let's see. Do I have anybody? No. All right, guys, so that'll be it. The next video will be the draft and the contract re-signs and free agency and all that good stuff. This one went a little bit longer than necessary, but it is what it is, right? All right, guys, anyway, I hope that you're enjoying this, those of you that might actually watch. And if not, whatever. It's more content on my page, so, you know, more stuff for people to ignore. That's fine. I understand. All right, anyway, guys, I hope you're all staying healthy, staying safe, washing your hands, keeping proper distance from people, being smart, not being arrogant. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe, hit that notification button, do all that YouTube stuff. And until the next one, as always, peace.